Hey there, friends and fellow nature journalers. I am Marley, and this is the Nature Journal Show, where you tune in every week to get tips, tricks, and techniques to help you get more out of your nature journaling. Shh. This week, I have a secret treasure spot to share with you. But the cool thing is, there is probably a similar treasure spot, an underappreciated nature journaling location hiding in plain sight near where you live. Sometimes you have to look in unexpected places, such as university campuses. In this episode, I take you along to the UC Davis Bohart Museum of Entomology, one of the largest collections of insects in the country. This place is a nature journaling heaven that was discovered by JP. Stay tuned until the end of the video to see how 3 different nature journalers approach the day at this location. While the Bohart Museum of Entomology is part of a research institution, they are set up for public access, and if you make an appointment, they are extremely helpful. Tabitha will help you find whatever specimens you want to look at. Inside the collection, they have everything organized in these amazing shelves that are movable to conserve space. And then down each row, there will be different orders of insects. In this area, there's a lot of cicadas. And then each one of these drawers is filled with specimens that are dried out and pinned. So these are all different types of cicadas, and they each will have a small label connected to them showing where they were collected. If you come to Nature Journal at this location, they have space for about 5 to 8 people maximum, and they are really helpful on the weekdays. If you live near a university or a community college or even a library, it's worth asking if they have an entomology collection or some other type of collection that you can nature journal. They often have nice spaces that you can use that are perfect for nature journaling indoors during the winter or rainy days or whatever. So definitely go out and ask at your local institutions. So Eli, tell me how you went about deciding how to nature journal today.
Well, I came into this last minute, so I didn't really have time to think about it. So I decided whatever was laying out here, I was going to draw. And then I found out that they would let me run around in the stacks. And
Yeah.
So I found the beetles,
Uh-huh.
and I pulled out one drawer,
Uh-huh.
and they were so beautiful, I didn't have to look any further.
Okay,
I think
great.
any drawer you pull out here,
Uh-huh.
there would be something to do.
So you took a drawer of beetles and then you just started drawing from there?
Well, I really like patterns, and
Mhm.
especially black and white, and so
Mhm.
I picked a beetle that really caught my attention.
Yeah, which one did you choose there?
This one here.
Okay. So you saw one that you liked the patterns of and
And I
just
thought
started...
that would be fun to challenge myself to see if I could draw
Mhm.
that and try to capture that velvety black.
So there's a textural thing going on there.
Yeah, and I was not able to do that, but I was able
Mhm.
to kind of figure out the color a little bit.
Okay, cool.
And I used some tools to measure them.
Mhm.
Like this little eye.
Okay. And so did you think you were going to need those here, or?
I have so many things laying around my house that I never use, and I thought I'm
Mhm.
going to bring these and use them.
Cool.
And so I did.
Great. What was your favorite part?
My favorite part was the legs. They're segmented, and they look like they have little hooks at the end of them, so they're really fun to draw the progression of the legs.
Cool. Are these your 2 pages from today then, basically?
This is what I did today, yes.
Okay. So basically a 2-page spread and lots of focus there on the detailed patterns of that beetle. Cool, Eli. Thanks.
Thank you.
Yeah, any words of motivation for any people nature journaling at home?
Just start.
Just start. I'm here with JP, and JP's going to say a little bit about how you first learned about the Bohart and thought that this would be a good place to nature journal.
I think it was 2017 that I found out about this place, and I had Tabitha's information, and I decided to call her instead of email her. So I called and I said, "Hey, I'm an artist and I like nature, and can I come and visit?" And she said, "Yeah, we have public hours and you can come over." And I was very clear that I wanted to draw the specimens, and she said, "Well, give me an idea of what you want to see." And at the time, it was a lot of Lepidoptera, a lot of butterflies, and the rest is kind of history. I discovered there's 8 million specimens here, and I just kept coming back. So I come back about every 4 months, 3 or 4 months. With friends or just on my own, depends on how the schedule works out. And yeah.
Great. Nice.
That's that.
Do you think there's similar places, maybe these like unknown treasures in other people's communities or other people areas that they might not know about are good nature journaling locations?
I do. I think that community colleges have arboretums. And I think if there's a university near you, there's a good chance there's a library with beautiful botanical specimen, books with beautiful specimens. And any city museum, like an aquarium or a natural history museum, should have additional specimens in their collection for study and minerals, rocks, plants. And it's not that hard to contact a curator at a museum and say, "Hey, we're going to be in town for a week. Is there a day when you have public hours, or is someone going to be around?" And then you make a request.
Yeah.
And it's really nice to have access to a curator who will tell you a little bit more about what you've requested or what you're seeing that day. I think it's really special.
Cool. Do you have any pages from today to share?
So this is a page. This is what I was hoping to do today. I did this last week, and it's a katydid, and it turns out it's Peruvian, and I saw it here, and then I went and did some research on it to do my notes. It's a cicada.
Yeah.
Went to do my notes on it, and I couldn't find information out about it, so I brought this sketchbook back to ask Steve Hayden, Dr. Hayden, what it was, and it turns out there's only one of these in this entire collection.
Oh, wow.
So I checked my measurements of it, and now I need to go back online and find out more information and do some notes. So a combination of...
So it sounds like you do some preparation before an outing, and then you do some research afterwards.
A little bit. And so today, one of the things that I've done is I've done some coleoptera, and we had males and females, and I did a little map of where it came from in which drawer.
So this is to help.
It's a map of the drawer for me to remember.
Where to put them. Okay, so that's like an above perspective of one of the
of what
cases.
I'm looking at, and I'm gonna go online after I'm done here today, and I'm gonna write up some interesting things that I don't get just from looking at the specimen.
So you're gonna put text in these.
I'm probably gonna fill in some texty.
And then what about color? Did you take notes for color, or are you gonna?
No.
Okay.
No, I have some pictures I can refer to, but I probably won't retouch these drawings. I'll probably just write.
Okay.
Probably just.
Is this the non-photo blue pencil, or is this a slightly darker? This is
a darker. This is called a Prisma Kohl Erase.
Kohl Erase. Kohl Erase, is that short for Coleoptera?
No, it's not, and it's number 244. I'm hoping you can see it on there. And the reason I like this, I have a bunch of blue pencils, is I feel like I get a better range of values.
Ooh,
so
look at that in there.
I get really
that is
dark
a lot of
darks,
range
and
of value.
I get really
Can you
light
see that?
lights, and this is just...
Yeah.
It's not a non-photo blue pencil, but it is a blue pencil.
And so that's harder than the normal Prismacolor pencil is softer than this, right?
I actually try it. Just try marking a corner. I think it's really soft.
Okay, but it's more erasable.
It's waxy. You can erase it.
Okay, got it.
Yep, it's not non-photo blue, but...
Okay, cool. So that's something people could check out if they want to...
This is, you can buy these bulk because this is a pencil that a lot of animators use.
Oh.
You find this is popular with people that take classes in Pasadena.
Cool.
Yeah, work
Great.
for Disney.
So Marley was asking me about the drawings that I've done today, and the first one that I did was I did it on this white paper, and I just thought it would be a good place to start.
Yeah, and did you start with did you use non-photo blue pencil there
Yeah,
also?
I started with the non-photo blue and
Uh-huh.
then went over it with fountain pen, brown ink that's not water soluble. So once
Uh-huh.
it's dry, you can go on top of it with a watercolor.
And then are you keeping track of the different pigments that you use down here?
Yeah, so I have a little schedule on the bottom that has all the different colors that I used in that one.
Is that so that later on you can, or is that just so that you can you're learning about your colors that you have in your palette, or?
Well, I like to keep track of what I used because
Uh-huh.
if I liked something, then I can do it again.
Then you can repeat it, yeah.
Whereas sometimes, with 3 different colors of brown or whatever, you might not remember.
Yeah, that's right.
You know,
So they're all similar colors.
Which brown did you use? Then the second drawing that I did on this toned paper. And
Yeah.
I decided to do the toned paper because the butterfly that I was drawing is all shades of brown, and I thought it would show up better on the toned paper.
And so is
'cause I
that
really don't
watercolor?
even-
Is it watercolor also?
Yeah,
that you-
it's I used watercolor pencils on everything that I did
Oh,
today.
okay. So this is all watercolor pencil.
It's all watercolor
Okay.
pencil.
Got it.
So, anyway, I thought it would help me with the fact that there's a lot of this butterfly that was kind of a cream color.
Right.
That the tan you wouldn't necessarily really even have to color.
So
it
basically, what you're saying is all of these spaces in between, you didn't have to color because the background is already that
in. Yeah,
color.
it's already that color.
That makes sense. And I'm gonna show the butterfly that you've been drawing is this owl butterfly here, and you can see it does have that background color. So yeah, that seems like that would be a benefit of using toned paper, whereas if you did it on the white paper, you would have to paint that brown or
Yeah.
beige background in the whole thing. So for anyone who hasn't tried toned paper, what would you say, like what has your experience been like? Do you have anything you would say to someone who's never tried out toned paper in their nature journal before? Or do you have any other pages from it
I'm
that
just
you'd
trying
like
to
to?
think,
Ooh,
like,
wow, look at that.
This was the toned paper, but with autumn leaves.
Yeah.
So I just did
Uh-huh.
that the other day. So, there wasn't really a reason. I don't.
Oh,
think.
those are those
Yeah, those are
the pistachio.
the seed heads.
Wow,
from,
and so this is all colored pencil as well?
watercolor pencil.
Okay, so this is watercolored pencil. You're doing a great job of color matching, because one thing I sort of poo-poo on watercolor pencils sometimes because I feel like it's hard to color match, but that pistachio color there is really spot on. How do you match colors, or like what's your process when you're using those colored pencils when you try to match colors like that?
Well, yeah, I mean that's what I try to do is just look through, my stash of what I
Yeah, do you have them with you that you could
Yeah,
show
and
a little bit?
I have a lot of different colors, and
Uh-huh.
probably more in weird colors maybe than some people might.
Uh-huh. And do you use mostly one brand, or?
Yeah, I do. Almost all of these are the same brand.
Okay.
It's Faber-Castell's
Okay.
Albrecht Dürer.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And anyway, they have probably 300 colors
Okay.
maybe that you can choose from.
Yeah.
So, basically as I'm doing my watercolor journaling or whatever, as I just try and if I find like I'm really missing a color, then I'll just go out and buy it.
Okay.
Like I'll go out and
So
get it.
300 colors is a lot.
Yeah, but I'm not buying 300.
Yeah.
But it's as you go through.
Yeah.
Pick
So what do you
something.
like about that? About those watercolor pencils?
Well, the thing that I like about watercolor pencils is that it's possible to work really dry. So, and if I don't
And get those is that how you get
finish-
those very opaque? It looks very, very opaque. Lots of chroma compared to like watercolor,
Well, it just depends. I mean, you can kind of you can do multiple layers if you want. If you feel like it got too transparent and you want more color. Like I probably went over this leaf probably 3 times trying to get it as intense as I wanted it to be. But this is really lightweight paper.
Oh, so
It's really lightweight paper, so the tone paper maybe isn't the best if you really want to, go with a watercolor palette.
Can you show which, is this Strathmore?
Front.
This is a pro tip right here, everybody.
In the front of the book, because you never remember later, well, what was
when people
that?
ask you, like, how many GSM is this?
Yeah, and then
118.
And I can just go, here's all the details,
Yeah. So pro tip
But-
there, when you get your journal sketchbook,
'Cause
cut that out and
I
glue it in
started
there.
doing this because when I was buying Stillman and Byrne, tone paper's kind of fun if you want to do white or some other thing that'll punch up your lettering or whatever. So, but it can also be messy if you don't wait for it to dry before you close your
That's
book.
the what are you using for your white? Is that one of the
This was the
the
Sigma.
jumbo correction?
No, actually, I use the Signo.
Yeah,
What's the name
the
of
Uniball
it?
Signo.
Yeah, the Uniball Signo.
Yeah,
the-
Eli's
and
got it here.
Get the ones that are made.
This is
that-
the good.
Look for the ones that have a
broad.
Japanese word on it somewhere. 'Cause they're the better ones.
Really?
Yeah, there's several different brands. And
Okay.
they have like a USA brand that is
Oh,
not as
interesting.
good
Okay.
as the Japanese one.
All right. There's not enough Japanese on yours, Eli. So.
And I can confirm that it sucks.
Well, thank you so much for sharing your pages and your process, Kate. That was awesome. I hope you learned something or were inspired from this video. If you're in the Northern California area, definitely check out the Bohart Museum of Entomology at UC Davis. They also have some great greenhouses there. If you don't live in Northern California, look for institutions in your area that might have interesting collections that you can nature journal on a rainy day. It's that time of year. I have a couple holiday special videos coming up in the next few weeks before Christmas. So keep up your nature journaling practice this holiday season, and I'll see you next week. If you can't wait until next week, here are 2 videos that I've picked for you.